Oh, sorry, I'm talking to Mum. Sorry.
Adesanya returns to the UFC this weekend. Was Paul Hughes robbed against Usman Nurmagomedov? Conor McGregor and the Bkfc still lighting up stages, and plenty more. This is Combat Catch Up with the one and only Luke Tanner, myself, and the wild man Jamie Phillips.
So I actually weren't looking, and I was just voice messaging my mum on WhatsApp.
That's what makes it even better. Let's do this, people. Yes, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel. As always, please do smash that like button, subscribe, but more importantly, make sure you go to the links in the description, subscribe to Luke's channel, subscribe to Jamie's channel as well. Shout out to everyone who's watching. I'll just kill this now. I doubt that guy who decided to say some choice words about me on Monty stream is going to come over here.
Is that who it is? Kalfa,
again?
Is it Kalfa? Is that who
no, Kafka, his name, and he kept on calling me Kyle as well. So he's just a very weird person. So
I doubt Kyle.
I doubt very much he's going to come and say anything on this channel. If he does, then he'll get a roasting for the second time in one night, which might be a good thing for him anyway. So, boys, let's start with UFC.
Sorry. So,
go on.
Mum just messaged me. Who's that laughing in the background?
Say again.
I didn't end the voice come. No, it went on and on. Oh, sorry, Mum. Oh, hang on, I'll give myself the red card. There you go.
Right, let's start with UFC Saudi, boys. Goes down this Saturday, and it's actually at a normal time for us. Yippee, yay! Want to speak about a couple of the fights before we speak about Adesanya, though. Said Nurmagomedov going against Vinicius Oliveira. If you guys remember, Vinicius Oliveira scored a flying knee knockout in his last fight, which was honestly one of the most brutal flying knees I've seen. Probably the worst one I've seen since the Masvidal Askren one. It was absolutely insane, and he's on a tear at the moment, so that's going to be a great fight. Then you've also got Jairzinho Rozenstruik going against Pavlovich, who's on a bit of a skid at the moment, 2 back-to-back losses. He's looking to get a win back in the win column. But I want to start with this one, guys. I want to speak about this one. Shara Bullet, who scored, in my opinion, the first double backspin knockout in UFC history, going up against the UK's very own MVP at middleweight. Now, both strikers, we're not expecting any wrestling. I'm going to say this, though. Usually when it's two strikers, it's not as the most entertaining of fights. Do you guys think it will be or it won't be?
It's going to be boring as shit. It's going to be so boring. I'm going to want a Marab fight. I'm not going to. This is going to be boring because Michael Venom Page is not that guy. And yeah, Magomedov, I think, is going to absolutely crucify him on the stand up. I've never rated Michael Venom Page. He's always been overrated. He just fought bums in his previous division. Now he's in the elite division. He's getting found out for his not very good stand up. It's all showboaty. It's flair. There's nothing really there. And yeah.
Don't hide how you feel, Jay. Just tell us how you feel.
I will. And yeah.
I will.
Magomedov's going to win this comfortably for me.
Magomedov? You mean? Well, that's his last name.
Yeah, that's his last name.
Magomedov's his name. What do you think I was talking about?
I thought we were talking about another one.
He will beat Page inside 2 rounds.
What are you saying, Luke?
Oh, you know what? On one of these rare occasions, might actually have to agree with Jamie. I think this is a bad matchup. I think this is a bad matchup. I sort of slightly disagree. I don't think this is going to be a stand-up fighter because Sharabutin is gonna wrestle first. Guarantee he'll be shooting the first takedown straight away because the blueprint to beat MVP is there. You take him down, you don't let him up, he's got nothing for you. We saw it, Callum, when at Bellator. You take down MVP and you stifle him completely. And I can see that happening here. Could I see him getting knocked out? Yes. Possibly with the...
You see MVP getting knocked out, yeah?
Well, yeah, I could see. I could see him getting caught where when he does the star jump, trying to jump into range. I can just see Sharabutin just catching him with something creative, catching him clean. And plus, this is MVP's middleweight debut in the UFC. So it'll be interesting to see how he weighs in on the scales. Yeah, I just don't know how MVP wins this. I think this is an odd matchup. This is an odd matchup to make your 85 debut. An odd matchup.
UFC have got him ranked.
What is a win for him doing this? A win for MVP? You take away 0. Does that really push you in the top 15? Does that really push you anywhere? Yeah. And if Sharabutin beats MVP, what's that going to get you?
UFC have ranked him 15th in the middleweight as well, and he's never fought.
Yeah, Sharabutin's 15th. Yeah, after his
no, MVP's 15th.
No, in the middleweight division.
Yes, it's ranked. Go on the UFC event card.
Oh my days! Days.
Go. I'm on the event card, and they got Shara 14th, and they got Michael Venom Page 15th.
Is it not 15 brackets at welterweight?
No, it's Michel Pereira.
I'm just looking at the fight card.
No, MVP still at
He's probably ranked at welterweight.
Yeah, that's his welterweight ranking.
What's Magomedov's ranking on the?
He's number 14 in the middleweight division.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they got 14 and 15. They're saying so. They probably used his welterweight thing in. That's fine. That's about to say. Well. This is going to be the worst fight of the night.
I'm not very optimistic about it because I do think it'll be cagey because both of them will know how fine the margins are and how devastating a mistake could be. What I will say though, there's an element of winning for both, and what I will say for Sharabutin is he's not a massive name outside of his region at the moment. Beating someone like MVP does give you a bit more star power, but for MVP, in the same way that Max went up and beat Justin Gaethje, if MVP is able to go up there and have a good performance and get the win, it actually puts him in a better position in his own division, weirdly enough, in my opinion, because he'll be seen to have gone up, beaten someone who's on the rise, who's undefeated, and then he'll come back down and I think he'll get a big fight. I genuinely do. The problem is, if I'm a matchmaker, I'm keeping MVP away from grapplers at the moment.
Yeah,
or wrestle heavy fighters.
I'm hoping MVP gets embarrassed and we don't see him again personally.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Luke,
I think it is definitely a difficult one because I can just see him try to jump in, close that distance, and then him getting caught or something. I can just see it, a spinning back fist, gets caught, wobbles, Sharabutin.
Oh,
puts the pressure on.
I'm going to have to change my opinion now.
What?
Oh my God, I've just seen that Magomedov's been fucking playing with Nina.
Knocked her out as well, so...
Fucking hell. So I've changed my opinion. I've changed my opinion now, MVP for the win. Why did I do it? Honestly, why did I do it?
Jay, you just going out here on feelings, bro.
Nah, she's the walking clap, man. What are we doing here?
So you're saying she's bad luck for fighters? Is this what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I mean, Alex Pereira always has content with her, and he ends up knocking everyone out.
But Pereira's different. He's not human.
He is different.
He's a cyborg. Oh God.
Pereira's got aura.
Yeah, the thing is, Magomedov might have not completely seen her because he's only got one eye, so it might have got him away from it a little bit. So, I'm going to stick with Magomedov here. I think he gets the job done, but Yeah, MVP. Do you know what it looks like for MVP? UFC brought him in without any idea how to use him.
Yeah.
And plus,
And
they
now,
brought him in way too late.
Yeah, he's 32, 33, ain't he? So
no, he's 37.
He's 37.
This
There
guy's
you go.
old. Like,
he's got. Oh my god,
they've missed the boat to bring in a prime Michael Venom
Oh
Page.
my god,
They've missed the boat
I hope they
to bring him in,
option.
and this is the version you're going to get. Yes, some rounds he's going to look like he's rolled back the years. Some rounds he's just going to look sluggish, out of his depth, which is a shame because MVP, is a talented striker. We know his weaknesses is the wrestling, and I do think the wrestling is going to catch him yet again. And Shara Bullets, has he got any wrestling background? Does anyone know? Has he got any wrestling background?
No, and here's the thing though, neither did Ian Gary.
Neither did Ian Gary. Didn't have no wrestling
Ian
background.
Gary did look very good grappling with Shavkat.
Yes,
Shavkat's an elite grappler.
Yeah.
So we shall see. But MVP's got a difficult night. He's got a long night.
This is an awkward fight for him. I ain't gonna lie. This is a very awkward fight.
On to the main event though. Adesanya returns after 2 losses, Strickland and DDP, to fight Imavov. The first time Adesanya's fighting in a fight which is not attached to a title since I think 2019
against Anderson Silva.
It's a 5-round fight. So I was listening to Chell and DC's podcast.
Why would you do that?
Chell made a really valid point. I'd not thought about.
Really?
He said, Adesanya's fighting a 5-round fight, and there's nothing in it for him at the end of it. He's not going to win a belt. He's not going to become number one challenger for the belt. Imavov is very hungry. Imavov is looking to take his star power, take his shine, and Imavov could put himself in the title picture with this win, or with a win.
Yeah.
Is Adesanya going to be able to motivate himself to really go through the grinder if it gets to a gritty fight where you're just having to bite down, similar to the Gastelum fight where he had to bite down on the mouthpiece and had to really just leave everything in the octagon? Can he do that?
I think it's the Anders. Fuck yeah, I can't get my words out today. I think Izzy's getting smoked. Cigar shop smoked. You know what I mean? He's getting, he's getting used and abused like a Bonnie Blue victim. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. He's a gatekeeper now. He's a gatekeeper. How's he go? He's only been used to doing 5-round fights when there's something in it for him at the end of it, either a title or a number one contendership. He ain't go have the motivation. Imavov is go have, is he? He's got that motivation. He's going to be. It's a name on his record. It probably gets him, one more fight away from a title shot. He's never getting a title shot again. So
I disagree. I know how this is playing out. I think he is closer than people think to another title shot should he win. I think he fights the loser of the title fight. I think if Strickland loses again, then yes, you can run back the rematch between Adesanya and Strickland. And then should Izzy win that, then he'll get the winner of Duplessis versus Hamzat. See, he is not that far away from the belt as people think. He's literally 2 fights away. He's this fight, then against Strickland, then he'll get a title shot. He's literally 2 fights away.
I don't see him getting a title shot off the back of a Strickland win.
Strickland and
Imavov.
I can't pronounce his name properly, but I'm going to butcher it.
Imavov.
He is not that far away. As people think, like he's not done. He's on the verge of being done when it comes to fighting for the belt. I do think he is hungry for it. I think it's the thing is, Adesanya can look at it in a different way. Like most people expect him to lose. People expect him just to basically rock up and get smoked.
Yeah.
People expect him to lose. I don't expect him to lose. I think he'll win. I think
You do?
beat him. Yeah. I think he'll do him on the feet.
Shall I be honest with you? You guys know how much of a big Adesanya fan I am. I don't know if he wins, and shall I tell you why? That Duplessis fight for me, even though he took a long break, he's taken a bit of a break for this one as well. His reflexes have slowed down, in my opinion. And Izzy's main trait was his eye when it comes to reading what the opponent's going to do and also getting his offense off as well. His reactions have slowed down for me, and I think with how he defends, he doesn't block counters and he doesn't like do all of that stuff. He would lean back like Anderson Silva would, and he would evade punches with head movement and just not being there. When that slows down, it's very difficult to then become this defensive master. We've seen it with so many combat athletes. Where Roy Jones, when his reflexes slow down, Roy Jones started getting caught. Anderson Silva, when his reflexes slowed down, he started getting hit. Like, I can't. And again, look, Adesanya is a proud man, so he'll go out there and he'll give everything he's got. He's just not going to be as hungry as the other guy, in my opinion. Imavov's literally fighting for his life here. Adesanya loses, and again, I hope he wins. But if he loses on Sunday morning, he wakes up and he's got an amazing life still. He still goes down as one of the greatest middleweight champions to ever do it in the UFC. He's rich beyond belief. He's set his family up. He's got his YouTube channel. He's got a beautiful house, beautiful family. I think he's with someone as well. His life is set. Imavov wakes up on Sunday after a loss and is back to the drawing board. And he's in his mind, he's thinking, I need to do everything to get this belt. Imavov, in my opinion, can't afford to lose this. Izzy can afford to lose it and still have the big fights, Luke. Imavov can't. And I think
I don't think that if Izzy loses this, I don't think he'll get the big fights.
Well, you honestly think so? You think Izzy wins this fight and then he beats the loser of Duplessis and Strickland?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, he lost his
I hope you're right, bro. I don't see it.
The thing is, he lost his last fight, and this isn't a big fight. Look, I'm going back on his record here. He's had, apart from his knockout of Pereira,
consecutive title fights.
Apart from his knockout of Pereira in 2023. His last knockout, or not knockout, his last finish came back against Costa in 2020.
I remember watching that as well.
The man's not a finisher. George St. Pierre settings. I don't think
that Costa win was probably the best victory.
Yeah, the best victory of his career. I don't think he's got the stamina now because to go 5 rounds with these other guys that are hungry.
Well, we're gonna find out because, like, if he loses this, like, let's say he loses this, he has no more big fights left.
He's a big fight himself, though, Luke.
He got embarrassed by DDP.
But do you know how we say, "Oh, McGregor's 1 loss away"? Like, he's 1 loss away, and then people just don't want to fight him anymore. Izzy's in the same position because he can't jump up to 205. We know he is too undersized to jump up to 205. So he is.
I disagree with that. Shall I tell you why I disagree with that, Luke? I don't think he'll be a big 205er, but when he went up against Bkfc, he didn't take time out to bulk up to 205. If he went up to 205 now, he would take time. That he saw Bkfc was almost a side mission and I think he kind of underestimated.
He tried to do an Anderson Silva.
Yeah, he underestimated.
So that's his hero, ain't it? That's who he loves. So.
Yeah, but Anderson Silva never went up and fought the champion in the division.
No.
He went up and fought contenders who are kind of on the slide a little bit.
Yeah,
not taking anything away from Anderson. Those performances were incredible, but Izzy went up and fought the best in the division who was available, and he didn't bulk up. Remember, Izzy weighed in at like 193 pounds.
200, I think he did with the pizza.
Was it 200?
Yeah, 200.
200.
Because he weighed in and had a pizza, holding a pizza.
Bkfc had to literally kill himself to make 205.
Yeah, is he slow now at his natural weight? Him going up is going to be even slower. It's just going to be it's going to be dog food for the big 205ers. They're just finishing me.
And again,
Izzy's almost a perfect 185er.
Yeah.
He is. And like, come on, at like 205, like if he jumps up to 205, he's just blocking the progression of his own stablemate in Carlos Ulberg.
I don't think he's blocking his progression, but I do sit there and I think to myself, and I don't think they'd fight because they're quite good friends, but maybe they would actually because Yuri is crazy. I don't see a world where Izzy can hurt Yuri enough to keep him off him.
Or even like Jamal Hill. Is he Jamal Hill?
They're really good friends as well.
It'd kill him as well, and I don't like.
But this is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Even though he wouldn't be a small 205, you look at the other guys and they're just way bigger than him and way stronger.
And the thing is, they're used to knocking out 205-pound fighters as well.
Yeah.
You know,
and they're used to getting hit from other 205ers.
Yeah, it's
like,
totally
people would like see like, oh, Izzy versus so and so at 205 looks good on paper, but when
it's a different world.
Like you look deeper into the numbers, and it's not as good as it looks. Like that's why Izzy's at a crossroads, because if he does lose this weekend, what does he do next?
So that'd be his third
lower
loss
down the rankings.
Right? That'll be his. Yeah, that'll be his
third
loss
in
in a row.
He'll be plummeting down the rankings. Are you saying the fight like an Arnold Allen? Not Arnold Allen. Brendan Allen, Jack Hermanson.
So Izzy's currently ranked number 2 in the division. Yeah. If he loses to Imavov, here's the thing, he'll probably only move down to number 4. But then you're right. You've got Brandon Allen, you've got Kai Bahalio. He could rematch one of the guys he's fought, like a Gerard Cannonier, but what's that going to get him?
Or if he loses, does he fight the winner of Shara Bullet versus MVP?
That'd be a fight. But then you're giving Izzy
one of them the opportunity to say, "Hey, look, you beat Izzy. Like you're pretty much there." Like, or maybe it's right. Red said, or does he just say that's it?
I don't think he will. I think Dana will have to pull him out. I don't know what Izzy did. Look, if Izzy turns this around and goes on a run again and wins the title again, it's arguably one of the greatest comebacks in MMA history. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't see him doing it.
That's right. Like he has lost his aura. Like
If he loses the weekend, it's 4-6.
Lost his aura and regained it.
It would be 4-6, wouldn't it? Because of the Pereira loss as well.
He's a great fighter. Is he? He'll be one of the greatest. He's not the best middleweight of all time, as Anderson Silva still is.
Yeah.
It's because he's not a finisher. He just goes to points too much for my taste, in a way.
Do you think that? Sorry to cut you, Jay. Do you think that's because he was a champion and he was almost playing it safe, like a GSP used to?
He's Arsenal of MMA. He goes into
a bit disrespectful. Is he?
He goes.
I mean, he does get over the line, though. To be fair,
he goes into fights not to lose. Is there trying to win? Because that's always
to play devil's advocate. Could it be that the shackles are off now and he actually becomes the old Izzy almost, where he was seek and destroy when he first started?
That's what I'd love to see, but I don't know if he's got it.
We're going to find out.
Yeah,
let's see what he's got left in the tank.
I'd love to see you just go in there. My issue with it, we as fans can only go off everyone's last fight, can't we? And Izzy got embarrassed by DDP.
He gave up. Like the second
he got
back, he gave up.
He couldn't even move. Like, the Izzy of before would take a step back not to get the take, not so he weren't getting taken down, and his takedown defense was great, or he'd throw jabs or use his front leg kick as a jab and stuff like that. And what DDP did, because he's naturally bigger man, he just pressured him for 5 rounds. Sean Strickland did it. Sean Strickland, I think, what Strickland did in that fight will show everyone.
He almost opened the blueprint, innit?
Was show to add to be Izzy. Just do constant pressure for 5 rounds. Constant pressure for 5 rounds. And Izzy struggles with constant pressure.
Yeah.
And, Pereira constantly pressed him for 5 rounds when he beat him. And I think this guy, is going to do the same thing. He's just going to pressure him for 5 rounds and keep that press on. The only thing I would say in this fight is that Izzy has got a far longer reach. So the Russian guys obviously have to get inside a lot more to do his work, and Izzy can fight off the outside. which might mean it could be quite a damp squib. So
very interesting. We'll be here for that, people. We will be doing a watch long.
It's not the best fight in the card, though.
What would you say is the best fight on the card?
Because this card's going to be better in the pay-per-view a couple of weeks later.
The pay-per-view is going to be
I'm going to go...
What time's
I'm
that?
going to go Palkovic and Rosenstrike. It's going to be the fight of the night.
Yeah, I think that will be as well. That's I think the main card starts at 7, bro.
Oh yes, I'll just get home from work.
Yeah, they get Clang
work,
and
kids party.
Clang and Bang.
No, hold on. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, 5 o'clock for prelims.
No. 5 o'clock main card.
Is it a 5 o'clock main card?
Yeah.
Is it 5 o'clock in Saudi, which is
No. I think it's 5 o'clock UK time. I'll miss most of it.
Are you sure?
I'll double check, but I'm just having a look now. Unless I've got it absolutely.
Oh, you might be right, bro.
Just check. 5 o'clock main card.
Oh, that might be tricky for me as well. Bloody hell.
I'll double check now.
One way to check on this, guys, go on TNT Sports to see what time the fight is.
That's literally what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's on the UFC website. Yeah, it's on the UFC website. Yeah. 5 p.m. The prelims are on Fight Pass. The prelims aren't even on TV in the country.
No, TNT prelim starts at 3 p.m. to 5, and then main card starts from 5 to 8:30. So I'll miss most of the card. I'll try my best.
We might have to pivot away from. I might miss it as well.
It ain't even on. It's not even on TV on TNT Sport.
Yeah, the prelims aren't on. The prelims aren't on.
No, the actual show.
It is.
No, the show is.
It is.
On what? I'm on TNT now.
But the date. It's just set the date to the 1st of Feb.
Yeah,
it's on it doesn't have which TNT it's on, so it might be on like TNT
3. No. I've got the guide up right now.
Yeah, I've got the guide up.
On TNT Sport, on TNT 1 is Auckland versus MacArthur FC. On TNT Sport, and that's live. Then on TNT Sports 2, it's England versus Australia in the Test cricket, and I'm on 4 a.m. Don't worry about it.
No. Yeah, not 4 a.m.
Dickhead. Yeah, it's on at 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's on at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Says it finishes by 8:30.
Yeah. I've got kid parties that day. I might have to see if I can do something to get around it.
Whose kids' party is it?
My cousin's son.
I'm gonna see if I can swap that shift.
Cousin's son. I'll see what I can do. Well, people, we'll sit tight. We'll let you know as it comes around. Boys, another organization. We had a Dagestani fighter versus an Irish fighter. This time it wasn't Khabib and Conor. This time there weren't dollies thrown. There wasn't a fight after the fight, but there was an incredible fight in the cage, and that was Usman Nurmagomedov, the cousin of Khabib, going up against Paul Hughes. A fight that ended with Nurmagomedov getting the victory. However, many people did think that Paul Hughes was robbed. I watched the fight. I think we all spoke about this before the stream started. Probably the best fight, not probably, the best fight in my opinion, PFL history. An absolutely fantastic fight. Had it been on UFC, people, in my opinion, would have been raving about it. People thought Paul Hughes won. I could see where Paul Hughes won. I don't think it's a robbery though. The question I wanted to ask though, guys, is the Nurmagomedov family, they've always had a plan in place. The plan was Khabib's champion. Obviously, they didn't plan for his father to pass away. Khabib was champion, but the plan was always that when Khabib finished, Islam would take over. Khabib finished, Islam has taken over. The next plan was Usman finishes his PFL contract, he takes over from Islam. Now, the other plan was that Umar would be the 35 champion, and that didn't happen because Moraba's got 16 lungs. However, Usman is still the champion. However, he looked human the other day. Do you think if Usman was to come over to the UFC, let's say Islam goes up to 170 and then vacates his 55-pound belt, do you think Usman could have similar success to Islam Makhachev?
No. he lost the fight. Paul Hughes should be champion. So, and Paul Hughes wouldn't get near a Khabib. So, simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as that. Only because they're from Dagestan don't mean they're all good, man.
Yeah,
some are bums. Some are bums. And he's not a bum, but he's just not that level. It's not that level. Paul Hughes won the fight.
I agree with everything you said there. The thing with that is the only thing with the lightweight division that's weird is apart from Islam and Sarukian, I don't think there's loads of well-rounded fighters. You've either got great strikers like
Great
your Poiriers and all that, or great grapplers like your Gamrots and your Dariushs, but you wouldn't say they're like, I mean, Oliveira's well-rounded, I'd say. But yeah, Oliveira, Sarukian, and Islam, for me, they're the most well-rounded. That's the reason why they're the 3 top 55ers. Usman has got great grappling. I don't think his striking's on the level of a Islam Makachev's.
I know, and now yeah, he wouldn't beat Charles Oliveira. He wouldn't beat Justin Gaethje. He wouldn't beat Dustin Poirier. He wouldn't beat Max Holloway. He'd struggle with Dan Hooker. Michael Chandler would probably beat Gamrot.
I think you're massively underestimating. You're either underestimating him or you're overrating that roster.
No, I think he's shit, mate.
I don't, Jay. Sorry, Luke. I don't actually think his wrestling's like the others, though. Remember, Islam's wrestling.
But his striking's different than
his striking shit.
No,
bro, he was getting pieced up by Paul Hughes, bro.
Paul Hughes is beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, but Paul Hughes.
Paul Hughes is good. He's very good.
Pieced up.
Paul Hughes will get Khabib
as well, but because I didn't watch the fight because I was at my parents', so I couldn't watch the card, but I tried to keep up with it as much as I can. But I'll just talk on like the post fight stuff, right?
Yeah.
Of what Usman and Magomedov said, which I thought was bloody cheeky. Of that other family saying Paul Hughes needs to win 3 or 4 fights in a row before I consider him giving him a rematch, because he only had one fight. Bellator.
Oh, did he say this after the fight?
Total shot. Yes, he said he needed to win 3 or 4 fights in a row before he considers, giving him a rematch. I thought.
Who said? Was that actually Usman who said that?
That was Usman. Usman that said that. I thought, how bloody cheeky.
Yeah.
How bloody cheeky that you want to make him go through the ringer. One, the PFL roster is just shit. Okay, you're not gonna find anyone else that's gonna challenge you for the belt. You're only saying that because you survived, right? You got a point deducted for groin strikes, and you basically caused a headbutt.
Yeah.
So you survived. So that's what. So I think that is very cheeky for you to say that he needs to win 4 or 5 fights in a row. And the fact is that you're moaning, saying only had 1 fight. It's not like he fought a bum and then got a title shot. He beat AJ freaking McGee.
Yeah.
In his debut, who ain't no mug. So I just think it's a bit cheeky from him say that he needs to win loads of fights in a row. So that's what I've got to say.
Do you know, it's a shame you said. I didn't know he said that because Khabib actually offered. It was for me. I thought it was a really nice gesture. Khabib after the fight was like, look, there was like obviously the history between Dagestan and Ireland is because of him and Conor, and he's like, look, for the younger generations, I want to show that that's not the case anymore. And he invited Paul Hughes to come over and train with them.
I think Paul did.
Paul did the same. He invited them over to Ireland.
I hate that too.
I know you do, Jay, because you.
I'm sorry, Khabib's most two-faced, arrogant shit.
Respond to that, saying, "Yeah, I'll do that, but want to have my rematch."
Yeah, and rightly so. Because if he goes over there, then it makes no sense doing a rematch.
He ain't coming home if he goes over there.
Yeah,
I just don't like Khabib. He's full of shit, man. He's so two-faced. He's a hypocrite.
You think so?
I don't like Khabib at all, man. Man's a coward. All right.
Jeez, Jay's on smoke tonight.
Bottle job, man.
If you haven't already, smashed that like button. Right. Khabib's main adversary, Conor McGregor, was seen at Bkfc after Jeremy Stevens beat Eddie Alvarez by stoppage, broke his jaw as well.
Yeah. Conor's the man. I ain't gonna lie.
Guys, do you think we see Conor McGregor fight at BKFC? Because he's hyping up.
He owns 40% of it. He owns 40% of it.
Apparently, he's like he's the main owner now.
Yeah, well, I think he's 40% of it. He ain't the major shareholder yet. Yeah. But he's like, like Man United Glazers, the main shareholders, but they let Finger do the work.
Yeah,
sort of like that with Conor. Yeah, if Conor's going to fight anywhere, but he's got to get out of his UFC contract, which
I was about to say, as he's still under contract, no bueno, not happening.
If he didn't have a UFC contract, I think he'd have a BKFC fight. Yeah,
because didn't he do this with Mike Perry? Didn't he do the same shit with Mike Perry? So until he's out of his UFC contract, not happening.
I will say one thing: his promo he did to hype the fight at the weigh-ins got me pumped. I ain't gonna lie, he's still the man.
Yeah, they sold out that. Like, look at the presentation of the thing. That was like WrestleMania shit.
It's the second best combat stuff in the world. I know we talk about Bellator a lot,
it's different.
PFL, ONE FC, BKFC. I think you got UFC and BKFC. I think they're 1 and 2.
Yeah,
and if BKFC are clever, and they just give it a year or whatever it takes, get Conor to fight out his contract or come buy out his contract, come to some agreement where he can buy out his contract because Conor can afford that. Do a fight, set Conor up for a massive fight in the main event of PKFC, do it the same weekend as a UFC show.
Oh, Jay wants all the smoke.
Because I'll bet you any money with the production value of BKFC have got, and we've seen it ourselves, and Conor's. Look, people can hate him for the things he's done. I get it, but as an entertainment entity, as a person that gets you on the edge of your seat, Conor's still the man in MMA for me. And that promo he did when he's hyping up the Eddie Alvarez fight, and he's sitting there, and Eddie Alvarez and that are just sitting there and let Conor do all the work. Conor made that fight must watch.
Yeah,
not the two fighters. I watched it because of Conor's promo. I didn't even know it was happening. Then I saw Conor's promo. I was like, right, I'm tuning in and watching this.
Which pay-per-view does better numbers, a UFC pay-per-view or a BKFC with Conor McGregor?
A BKFC with Conor McGregor in it.
BKFC.
So if that's the case, then UFC aren't going to let him out of the contract.
No, because they know that's what he'd want to do. The problem is Conor can afford to buy himself out if he wanted to.
Do you actually think Conor would fight in BKFC? Because I don't think he would.
I don't know. It depends.
Jamie, that's how I was said. He's coked up to the gills, man.
Yeah, they're not going to test him, but he owns it.
What fucking day it is? Yeah,
he does. Yeah.
Doesn't know what day it is. He is looking at fighters' breasts when they're weighing in. Like, this guy hasn't got a Scooby. What day it is? Yeah, he's fighting in BKFC.
I know it's horrible to say I love the guy because what he did. I like the guy for the entertainment factor.
Yeah, you like the entertainment.
I don't love the guy as a human being. No, I just need to make that. But this is what I spoke the other day last week about casual fans tuning into something that gets you like, oh, you know that.
Yeah.
Conor made me watch and buy BKFC for that main event for his promo. And then the way he acts after the fight and shit like that, it's just I'm like, there's no one else. There's no one else like this guy. You know, and then the fight was good as well. So, and the production of BKFC, the camera work, the lighting, you know, the ring setup, it's so different. I love it. Yeah. The knuckle on bone.
Yeah.
See the knockout.
Oh jeez. I'll be honest as well. It's also, I mean, people, what's weird is people go, it's brutal. It's so brutal. Obviously, it's brutal. Boxing's probably more brutal than bare knuckle.
Yeah, it is.
On the face value of it, it looks more brutal because you get cut easier with bare knuckles and all that. Yeah. Boxing is more brutal than bare knuckle. Because the trauma you're taking, because you've got your hands are protected, you can actually hit harder. You can't fully throttle someone with your hardest first punch in BKFC because if you don't get the punch right, you break your hand and then you're done. In boxing, you kind of can.
And guys, also, I ain't gonna lie, I'm on the I'm on the BKFC website now. It's better than the UFC website.
Yeah,
go on the BKFC website.
Yeah,
like,
Dave Feldman is doing a great job there.
It's nicer. It's cleaner. It's a far better website. Like really pops. The menus are better.
They've done really well. I can't lie. They've done a fantastic job in how they've set it all up and what they're doing with BKFC. And he's done it in such a quick period of time. And he just seemed like a very humble, down to earth guy as well.
Yeah, I think with Conor on the brand as well, it's a clever bit of marketing by him as well.
Yeah.
You know, getting him in, making him a shareholder. You know, he's just put them on he's put them up a notch for like casuals. Because casual will be like, oh, that's cool. That's Google Conor McGregor. Google Conor McGregor. Oh, he owns a pair. What's this BKFC he owns? You click on it, you see a new world. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know about this. It's clever, man. It's clever.
Absolutely. One question. If you could make a BKFC fight for Conor McGregor between him and Jeremy Stevens or him and Mike Perry, who would it be?
Him and Mike Perry, because the promos back and forth would be mad. Can you? I would just watch it for the promo battles before any fight. Them two going back and forward on social media, on TV, on podcasts, and can you imagine the promotion of them two?
Yeah, I hear it. Well, I will say that
man.
Stevens would be a more winnable fight for Conor. I don't think he has a chance against Perry and BKFC.
Perry would fuck him up.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be close.
No, it wouldn't. But it'd be entertaining.
Drinking out of a straw for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lane versus Van Camp coming up on Feb 1st is going to be a good fight as well.
Yeah, that will be. Right. Speaking of another promotion, that is the GFL, who have just signed Tony Ferguson, guys.
Yeah, and Rashad Evans, ain't it?
Skip.
Is Rashad as well?
No, Rashad's gone to PFL, ain't it? In that stupid tournament they're doing.
No, skip. So
Rashad Evans, I believe, has gone to PFL in that stupid tournament they're doing.
No, it's GFL, man.
No, it's GFL, yeah. GFL. Rashad Evans didn't even know he got booked for GFL, and he's trying to
just get the whole thing, man. They're drafting fighters that have been in fucking prison for like a year. Like, so yeah, scrap the whole thing. It's a sham, man. But I'll be shocked if they do a show. Be shocked. I'll be stunned. I don't think half the fighters know that they've signed up for it. To be honest, they'll do one show. Be like Eagle FC, do one show, then Daniel collapse.
I think they'll do one show and see how it goes. And if it's shit, people, it'd be it.
Yeah, shit.
I'll watch the first fight. I'll watch the first show, though. I ain't gonna lie.
All right. I'll be honest, I'm going to tune into it. But is the GFL going to be more good and more beneficial for MMA considering what they do for the fighters? So I'm going to read out some of the things and athlete benefits. 50-50 revenue share. Comprehensive support, so access to training resources, medical assistance, and promotional support. Retirement benefits, a structured retirement fund to secure athletes' financial futures after their careers in the ring. Insurance coverage, health and injury insurance fund to protect athletes from unexpected medical costs and support their well-being. Global exposure, and also an athlete-centric model, a league designed to prioritize athlete well-being, safety, and career development. Are they doing something which is, as you said, Luke, you're not interested in it, but for the long-term benefit of MMA fighters, could this be one of the most beneficial things? Because if they start picking up some traction, it's going to put pressure on the bigger companies like your UFCs to maybe do the same.
Do you want to be cynical?
Always.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I do.
I'll believe this when I see it.
So it's 6 global arenas, 1 epic stage for champions. GFL's elite team battle out across 6 iconic cities, 4 countries and 4 continents. Have you seen the coaches and managers for each place?
God, man.
So Dubai, the manager is Cain Velasquez, the coach is Javier Mendez. In Sao Paulo, the manager is Latito Machida. In Los Angeles, the manager is Wanderlei Silva. And in Miami, the manager is Thiago Alves and Conor Silveira. And in London, it's Luke Barnett and Cole Prince.
Fucking Luke Barnett. Fucking
They're the managers and coaches for each place, and they've got 120 fighters, I believe.
Yeah, so there's a roster for each. So
for each
the London roster, you've got Tanner Bosa versus Stuart Austin, Gustafsson Latifi. No, this isn't them fighting. This is just their team, actually. Sorry.
So it's their team, yeah.
Yeah, Gegard Mousasi, Danny Roberts, Benson Henderson, Tim Wild. I didn't realize Tim Wild. We saw Tim Wild at the last Bellator event. Mike Grundy, Julia Budd. Then for Dubai, you've got Todd Duffy's coming back. Bloody hell. Luke Rockhold Brunson, Abubakar Nurmagomedov, Tyrone Woodley. Who else you got? Those I'd say are the biggest names. Then for Miami, you've got Junior Dos Santos, Thiago Santos, Yoel Romero, Hector Lombard, Pettis, Jeremy Stevens, Marlon Moraes, Paige Van Zandt, Hannah Goldie. Then for Sao Paulo, you've got Fabrizio, you've got Shogun. Who else you got?
So
Julia Arthur, Helen Barral, Rafael Sanciao. And then for New York, you've got Alan Belcher, Vincent Prue, Chris Weidman. I thought Chris Weidman retired. He just retired from the UFC then, yeah?
Well, he might not know he's been booked up yet. So
no, he actually does know about this one.
Dylan Dennis, Kevin Lee.
Oh, Dylan Dennis apparently Dylan Dennis didn't know he'd been booked up to this.
Holly Holm as well.
Yeah. Right, have you seen it?
Luke, I know you're not feeling it. Maybe this is showing our age a bit, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm about for it. I can't lie, I'm about for it.
I watched the first show, but
so Road to the Championship. So this is the thing. The Road to the Championship. The journey begins on the GEFL draft on January the 24th. So January 24th. So it's been. I don't have to draft it. So you just read out the draft, didn't you? Sorry.
Yeah.
So the regular season, yeah. City 1 versus City 2, City 3 versus City 4, City 5 versus City 6. Then that goes into the semi-finals. You get seeded, the finals, and then you're grand champion. So, so the way it works, Global Fight League is a scoring system. Every fight counts. Every fight has 4 points available. You get 4 points for a finish, 3 points for a decision, 2 points for a draw, 1 point for a loss, a decision loss. But you get 0 points if you get finished. So it's an intriguing concept. If they do one show and they just make it their first ever GFL champion, they never do it again. Maybe, I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by it.
I am very intrigued. I can't lie. Luke, what is it about it that doesn't intrigue you?
Sounds like Rising to me a little.
It just sounds like a bunch of wash fighters needing a payday. That's what it seems like to me. I just see it seems very Eagle FC to me. It's just very Eagle FC.
They wouldn't need a payday if UFC paid them right.
That's a whole nother conversation. I just don't see it lasting very long, personally.
No, it probably won't. It'll probably just be this event and they make their first ever champion. But
yeah,
I wouldn't mind probably watching it.
I'll watch it.
As I said, UFC style is shit at the moment. So anything new is going to give me a bit of encouragement.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm definitely watching it.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
So GFL owner Darren Owens teases Tony Ferguson versus Delian Dennis.
God. Shit.
He said he's going to try and make the fights that people want.
I don't think anyone wants to see that.
Bro, you'd be surprised.
Shit.
You'd be surprised. I actually think a lot of people would tune in to see that fight. Ferguson's a big name, and Dylan Dallas is one of the biggest trolls in combat sport.
Dylan No Knees Dallas.
People would tune in for that fight. I'd watch that fight, bro.
I would watch that fight.
I know. I think obviously we have to see how it looks. Presentation's got to be right, and they got to get in the right people and get the right promoters and all that stuff. But
you know what was thingies? What was the MMA company that only lasted one show?
Oh,
the boxing promoters MMA company.
Was it Elite XC?
No, I think they had a couple, didn't they?
It's for boxing, but they didn't get
no, what's his name? What's the famous boxing promoter?
Oh, Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya did an MMA show, didn't he? With
Liddell and Tito Ortiz.
What was that called?
I can't remember.
Or was it just De La Hoya Productions MMA?
Chuck.
I mean, we had a few of them, ain't we? We had a few of them.
Let me see.
De La Hoya said to Dana White, "I'm going to show you how to promote MMA." And
oh God, yeah,
it was Golden Boy MMA. It was called.
Yeah. If it's better than that, it might have a chance. If it's like that, then because that had the same thing, weren't it? A lot of veterans on it, a lot of people that people knew about, so they got people, and it worked because people watched it.
Yeah,
but the main event was so bad, it finished it. No one ever saw it again.
Yeah, very true.
And I think Elite FC had corruption issues, didn't they?
Yeah, they very much did. When that
they told fighters, they paid fighters not to go to ground.
Yeah, that was the Kimbo fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, they paid the fighter not to take Kimbo down.
Yeah, and he ended up KOing Kimbo.
Dana went on that savage 10-minute rant about him. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Killed him.
This is effing BS. That's what that's where that meme come from.
Yeah. It was one of Dana's most savage ones, I thought.
Yeah, it was indeed. People, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Go and do the same for Luke's channel and Jamie's channel. Boys, have you got anything coming up that you want to tell the people about?
I've got my video tomorrow on my channel is titled 29 Days and No Transfers. So yeah, make sure you're going to check that. It should be sometime tomorrow. I'm going to have to change the time though. So yeah, it'll be sometime tomorrow.
Cool. Luke, bro, anything for yourself you want to tell the people about?
Not at the moment, no. Not at the moment, no.
We'll sort that.
It's really, really bad. My New Year's resolution about my channel has gone into the.
We'll get there. It's only January, bro. We'll get there.
It's only January. I've had a lot of time off work recently, so I'm just trying to get back into the swing of working again.
That will happen. Don't worry about that, mate. Don't worry about that. People, if you haven't already,
I've got a watch along party as well on my YouTube channel as well.
Oh, when's that?
Tomorrow, it's Wednesday now, isn't it? Yeah, so tomorrow night, Liverpool game.
For Champions League, isn't it?
Liverpool game, Man City game, PSG game. Yeah, I'm going for them all going on at the same time.
Indeed. People, make sure you support that as well. Right, people. Yes, we'll let you know about Saturday. Obviously, I completely got the times wrong there. So it's actually 5 p.m. So we'll let you know about Saturday. If you haven't already, do check out the interview of Kevin Ioli. Really insightful, great guy. And a very, very...
And an interview of Valentina coming up. So look out for it.
If I have Valentina on the channel, I promise you. I promise you to be the first.
Don't worry, I've DM'd her already.
I don't even want to know what you said in the DM, bro.
I was very nice.
If Valentina was on here, you'd be the first to know. Out of courtesy, I'm not going to invite your love interest without your acknowledgement. You know what I mean?
I'd wear a suit.
No, you would. The chat would absolutely tear into you if you heard that.
I'd wear a suit and go clean shaven and everything.
Oh, you fucking wouldn't.
Yes, he would. He absolutely would.
No, yeah, that's Tessa's theory. Get her on the channel.
I'm gonna try to. I really will. I really will. And boys, it's been another one. Thank you so much as always, Jay. Thank you as always, Luke. Appreciate you guys. It's been another episode of Combat Catch Up. Make sure you smash the like button till we see you again. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.